Well, Fairytale is heading to war, so to speak, with Fairytale chapter 452. Well, first of all, you know that little insect Mahil and whatever his name was, that dumb that made short work of the gang, even though he was just a soldier in the Brandish army. Well, turns out he's not alive. Well, what did I just say? He is alive! But Brandish shrank him, showing that her changing mass magic works on humans too. And here we get even more instinct on confirmation of Brandish's personality. Basically, she's just a brilliant but lazy girl who feels, or maybe she's also a bit vain. She's sexy, but that's all she is. And, well, she's dangerous too, but she's just too lazy to do anything. Either way, back in the guild, Natsu says it's a secret plan what he has in his R bandage, but it says he can only use it once. Really? That's what you're giving us? A secret plan? And you can only use it once. Something tells me that once is not gonna be so memorable. But it's not like I care about it anyway. After all, it's Natsu. So Lucy asks the master, and then the old man, what are they up against? And so Seraph... No. Why do I slap my words today? Is it my throat? No, that's just who I am. Makarov tells that Emperor Springian is Seraph, and that he has only met 6 of the 12 shields, who is Seraph's elite troops. First off, in Veal, the Winter General is basically the second in command to Seraph, or maybe just the one who trusts him with most things. The Desert King Agil is basically, well, we already know what he is, but this basically confirms it. He's a cocky guy who loves to fight more. But he says one of the few Springian 12 that always itching for a fight. So yeah, well, I'm gonna look forward to when he bites the dust. It's gonna be well, maybe it's not gonna be that of an enjoyable villainous breakdown, but it's definitely gonna be something that's gonna be felt good. Brandish is basically a lazy person, as I told before, but she will do it even if she's asked. She's called the Nation Demolisher. And then it's War Princess Dimara, who, well, her magic is unknown, but maybe she is close to Elsa's level. Since she's a female knight. And then it's God Serena, and now we see basically his performance. Well, what can we say about God Serena? Well, God Serena is basically just like a cartoon god. A large ham. Or in other languages, someone that likes to be so dramatic. But also a bit cruel. Since Seraph asks God Serena what is painful to burn down your old home, and he does with a spotlight. It wasn't. And he also likes to do dance. Thanks. And even though the face up front doesn't look that much like Yurid anymore, at least we've now seen that God Serena is basically just like a dramatic person that likes bad comments. Makarov called him deplorable, but his strength is real. We don't know his reasons though. Then it's the Magic King August, and well, what can we say about him? Apparently August is the strongest of the 12, or maybe not, or just, but Makarov sweats saying that he's on a different magic. His magic is in a whole different league. So it's saying that he can control every element, even the ancient ones. Which, since his title is Magic King, it's not unlikely that he's an all magic one. The problem is some people compared him to Hades. And now he really is compared to Hades, because Hades could know a whole lot of magic, and August can do too. But that his magic is even more than Seraph makes one wonder. And then the rest of the three in the name. One is Bloodman, the other is Nineheart. We don't know the titles, what they do, but the other one, Bud, is apparently called Judge. Bud Munn, a weird with a guy with a round face similar to Frammouth, but with a spike up there. Apparently he's like a stereotypical judgment judge, because the first words he says out of his mouth. So you want the body of your former lover. Sinful, sinful. With that, Seraph says he wants Ishkar's destruction and that mankind must perish. And the Spring 12 just agrees we are pawns. Interesting ways of putting it. Even God Serena says it's perfect. But of course, Aegil says you should just leave it all to him. But Seraph says they're not gonna do this alone. We're gonna do this an all-out attack, an attack that's probably gonna wipe everyone off the map. And it's apparently that Aegil doesn't consider God Serena a threat, because he says it's where God Serena was the strongest. How could that be? But I think what Seraph is not really feeling the fear out of Fairy Tail. No, what he's fearing is the Dragon King Festival. But Mavis says that the bonds of Fairy Tail with the power of feelings have to move on. And so the last pawn in this battle is itching. The last pawn is itching to enter the fray too. His arm itch, even though the flame dragon took it from him. He stands strong, and the Dragon King says in the Dragon King Festival he will take everything back. Yep, it's Acnologia. Acnologia turns back into a dragon, and says that with the absolute and says he will take everything back as the absolute and the one befitting the title of the King of Dragons, Acnologia. And so the three powers, let's just say that, moves out. So yeah, this was a long review. Unfortunately, I did not know how to cut it down. So again, awesome. Some more, even though it was just insight, for once I didn't really feel down with that. But next one is called the role of a parent. Is there going to be a hint of a foreshadowing that someone's going to sacrifice themselves? What I don't understand is, why don't Fairy Tail just ask help from the other guilds? If now Aleveres is so unbeatable, ask the help of the other guilds. If they unite with the power of feelings, they won't lose. But we'll see. The free games was supposed to say no, Diana. The free powerful chess pieces are moving. Give me your thoughts, if you have any.